A large number of helicopters currently fly the Nigerian skies and are being owned by more than 6 operators in the country. And their operations are mostly concentrated around the oil and gas industry.
Our contracts are long-term, and the oil price didn't just start coming down today. We have had a time when oil prices were over $100 a barrel, and now they're at 40 and everybody's crying. But really, you must look at it holistically. And in that, because if you don't, it becomes very debilitating, and then that way you're not able to focus on what to do to survive in this downtime.
These helicopters consist of light, medium, and large range. The light consists of those of 4 to 5 seats. Medium has about 10 to 15 seats, while large consists of 15 to 19 seats. While this vertical flying comes in handy in a variety of fields and especially hard to reach areas, it does not require an extensive runway like aeroplanes. Sometimes, helicopter services use a landing pad, which is landing area or platform for helicopters. While helicopters are able to operate on a variety of relatively flat surfaces, a fabricated helipad provides a clearly marked hard surface away from obstacles where a helicopter can land safely. In other climes, helicopters use facilities around an airport where fuel and air traffic control are available. Helipads are usually constructed out of concrete and are marked with a circle and a letter H so as to be visible from the air. Most helicopter facilities come with a maintenance workshop and staff to ensure that all checks are carried out.
For us as an organization, we do our own maintenance internally in the country. A major savings for us, but also reducing the pressure on foreign reserve that the president has been very focused on trying to achieve.
Peripheral areas, hangars, parking pods, and passenger terminals are also part of such facilities. Malaysia Airlines has said the passengers and crew on a flight from London to Kuala Lumpur suffered minor injuries because of severe turbulence. Malaysia Airlines flight MH1 carrying 378 passengers and crew experienced a brief moment of severe turbulence over the Bay of Bengal. A small number of injured passengers and crew on the flight and Airbus A380 were treated by medical officers on arrival. Staying with Malaysian Airlines, the family of 6 cabin crew aboard the ill-fated Malaysia Airlines flight MH17 has sued the carrier for negligence and breach of contract nearly 2 years after the plane was downed over eastern Ukraine. Flight MH17 was en route Amsterdam to the Malaysian capital of Kuala Lumpur when it was shot down in July 2014, killing all of 298 passengers and crew. The aircraft was shot down by a Russian-made surface-to-air missile. The Dutch Safety Board concluded in a report last year, but did not identify any responsible party or group. The suit filed in the Kuala Lumpur High Court by 11 relatives of the crew named as defendants Malaysian Airlines System MAS and Malaysia Airlines Berhad, which replaced MAS in a restructuring exercise last year. According to the lawyer representing the families, this is a case of negligence.
For negligence, and the second one would be for breach of contract of employment. Negligence, we are going under two prongs again. One is under the Montreal Convention, and secondly under the Civil Law Act. That is insofar as the negligence is concerned. Breach of contract is because the crew members, or rather the cabin crew being an employee of MAS, which is now eventually, we say, been taken over by MAB. So we are saying there's clear breach of duty of care, and that is also part of the claim that we have made against MAS as well as MAB. And we say that had they been more careful in choosing what path they want to take, they could have avoided this, and that's the position that we're taking. So the negligence is basically in not, I would say that for not taking seriously the warnings that were given by the parties as to the possible trouble that they may face.
In the lawsuit, the relatives alleged the airline was in breach of contract for failing to ensure the safety, health and well-being of its crew. They also allege MAS was negligent in failing to conduct an adequate risk assessment and for charting a flight course that ran through a known conflict zone. Fighting was raging between Russian-backed separatists and Ukrainian government forces when the aircraft was downed over the rebel-held territory of Donetsk. More suits are expected before a 2-year deadline for legal action expires on July 17. Finally, on News Flash, Labour Union members have embarked on strike blocking terminal entrances at Charles de Gaulle Airport in Roissy on Tuesday, June 7, in protest of the French government's labour reforms, which continue to cause strife around the country. The striking unionists chanted, waved flags and marched on airport roads leading to terminals, preventing some travelers from accessing their terminal entrances by car.
Well, I guess they have to do something. I don't know. They always strike everywhere I am in Europe. They strike. The French are like the Italians.
Leading the demonstration is the hardline CGT union along with two other main ones, the FO and Sud Rail. The CGT union has separately spearheaded walkouts in other industries against a draft law which would make it easier to hire and fire workers, but they appear to be in a lonely battle. That's all for this week. Do remember to reach us as always on our feedback platform. I'm Bukola Joketumbi. See you next week, God's willing.